Some see Devil's Night as an excuse to party. Despite the fact that people have died on Devil's Night due to the negligent actions of arsonists, some local bars and other businesses actually use the holiday to attract customers. It's common to see flyers throughout Metro Detroit and nearby Ontario, Canada, advertising Devil's Night parties. It's possible that the intention is to help keep people off of the streets. However, the number of fires has drastically fallen as teenage curfews have increased, which seems to indicate the bar crowd is older than many of the fire starters. Crow brought Devil's Night into pop culture. Crow movie is an adaptation of the popular comic book series by James O'Barr. Raised in Metro Detroit, O'Barr used his creative platform to shed some light on the atrocities of Devil's Night. In the film, criminal Top Dollar tells a story that suggests he personally set the very first Devil's Night fire. This may not necessarily match up with the real-life timeline of Devil's Night, but it did highlight the city's deadly Halloween tradition. The Angels couldn't keep the devils at bay in 2010. From 1995 to 2010, Angels Night volunteers helped drastically reduce the number of arson cases on October 30. However, 2010 interrupted this trend when the number of fires escalated to 169. This was still a far cry from the heyday of Devil's Night, but it also represented a 42% increase from 2009. By 2011, the city found itself back on the right track. It is believed that the spike was due to a decline in Angels Night volunteers from an average of 50,000 to only 27,000. Devil's Night traces its origins to the 1940s. Historical examples of Mischief Night are found nationwide, with an increasing prevalence throughout the 40s. At that time, however, it was more common that the night before Halloween featured minor pranks. Homeowners targeted by these pranksters could expect to experience issues such as soaked windows and toilet paper in their trees on Halloween morning. Things didn't take a violent turn in Detroit until the 70s. The 4th of July threatens to replace Devil's Night. On July 4 weekend in 2016, Detroit and its surrounding suburbs experienced 140 fires. This tripled the amount of arson activity from Devil's Night 2015. It would seem prudent for the city to begin mobilizing the Angels Night volunteers twice a year before the situation gets further out of hand. Mischief Night 1991 emulated the typical Detroit experience. Detroit is definitely in a league of its own when it comes to Devil's Night. Camden, Pennsylvania, however, did give Detroit a run for its money once, back in 1991. Camden firefighters struggled to contain 133 fires on October 30, 1991. This one night of madness featured more fires than any other day in the fire department's 122-year history. Leading up to Mischief Night, Camden experienced an average of 15 fire calls per day throughout October. The two previous Mischief Nights combined didn't equal the devastation of this one evening in 1991. Other towns have Mischief Night, but Devil's Night belongs to Detroit. Other towns have Mischief Night, but Devil's Night belongs to Detroit. Detroit enforces a citywide curfew and gasoline restrictions on Devil's Night. Detroit enforces a citywide curfew and gasoline restrictions on Devil's Night. A baby died in a fire on Devil's Night. There were more than 800 fires during the worst Devil's Night. There were more than 800 fires during the worst Devil's Night.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and likes and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.